Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at day 1 of our article called The Amazing Life of Swifts.
Amazing Life of Swifts? This must be about Taylor Swift and her family and what, the Swifts are up to. Or maybe they have a new TV show about the Swifts, just kind of like the Kardashians, and it's called Amazing Life of Swifts.
Okay, that would be really popular, I would have to say.
Yeah.
That like a reality show, right?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Matt. No. We're not talking about Taylor Swift today.
Okay.
We are talking about a kind of bird called Swift. And they are amazing, just as amazing as Taylor Swift.
Wow, I don't know if that's possible.
It is possible. There are a lot of fun facts that we're going to learn about these amazing birds. A lot of people like to go bird watching. There's so many different kind of unique birds out there, like peacocks, flamingos, owls. What's your favorite kind of bird?
My favorite kind of bird, I think, is a peregrine falcon, because it's the fastest moving animal on Earth when it dives to eat things.
To catch other animals,
yes.
Right? Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. But there are a lot of other interesting facts about swifts as well. And then I think they're not really big. They're quite small, but I know they are also quite fast.
All right, well, you've gotten me a little bit more excited now. It's not Taylor Swift, but we are going to be learning about the amazing life of Swifts in today's article.
Let's get into it.
Nature is full of incredible creatures, and the small dark birds known as swifts are certainly no exception. As a matter of fact, swifts are some of the best flyers in the animal world. Although they look similar to swallows, swifts actually belong to a different bird family and are more closely related to hummingbirds. While most birds spend a good part of their day standing on branches or walking on the ground, swifts have taken flight to a completely new level. Their long, narrow wings and streamlined bodies are perfectly shaped for a life in the air. In fact, these remarkable creatures have adapted almost every aspect of their lives to flight.
So we're looking at day 1 of our article called The Amazing Life of Swifts. And like we mentioned, we are not talking about Taylor Swift. We are talking about a very unique bird called Swift.
All right, well, let's get started with this article. Nature is full of incredible creatures, and the small, dark birds known as swifts are certainly no exception. As a matter of fact, swifts are some of the best flyers in the animal world.
Ooh.
Okay. So yes, the world is full of incredible creatures. Now this word incredible means amazing, means it's something that is so good and so interesting that you want to know more about it. But this word incredible actually comes from meaning unbelievable. So it's unbelievably good in many ways. So if something is credible, it means you can believe it. And if it's incredible, it means it can't be believed. But today this word has come to just mean amazing. So we have an example sentence. The magician's trick was incredible to watch.
That's right. It's like unbelievable, right? All right. We're also looking at this word here, exception, and that is a noun. So an exception is like a person or a thing or a case that is different from the rest of the group or does not follow the general rule. It is something that is left out. An example sentence would be, the store is open daily with the exception of Sunday. Okay, and let's continue with our article. Although they look similar to swallows. Although they look similar to swallows, we're talking about the swifts, right? They kind of look like the swallows. That's another kind of bird. Swifts actually belong to a different bird family and are more closely related to hummingbirds. And hummingbirds, like we mentioned, I don't know if we mentioned that before, but hummingbirds is also another kind of bird. They are actually very unique as well, and they're very tiny.
They're tiny and they can fly without moving forward or backward. They can levitate, and it's pretty amazing to see.
That's right. And I'm guessing they also hum, right?
They do. All right, let's go to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课程是要介绍雨燕这种鸟类。课文提到，大自然充满不可思议的生物，雨燕也不例外。事实上，雨燕它堪称动物界顶尖飞行好手。虽然它们看起来跟燕子很像，可是雨燕其实属于不同的鸟科，反而是跟蜂鸟的亲缘关系更相近。好，补充一下，蜂鸟它是可以快速的振翅在空中滞留悬停。这时候 Matt 老师用到一个动词叫levitate 就可以表达升空漂浮的意思。那课文单字 incredible 是形容令人难以置信的或是极好的。我们去掉字首 in 变成 credible 是形容可信的可靠的。再看到 exception， 它这个名词表示例外除外，我们可以用 something or somebody be no exception 去表达什么什么也不例外。好，那这边有一个重点是 as a matter of fact， 这是表达事实上、实际上或是其实，用来为前面的陈述来提供补充资讯，而且常常用来引出令人意外或惊讶的事实，也可以用来纠正或者是反驳前面的说法。它就跟 actually 或是 in reality 意思相同。举例来说 I thought Amy was joking, but as a matter of fact, she wasn't kidding at all. 我以为 Amy 是在开玩笑，但事实上她根本不是在开玩笑。那我们接回课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. Now let's get back to the article. While most birds spend a good part of their day standing on branches or walking on the ground, swifts have taken flight to a completely new level. All right, so when we say you take something to a new level, we mean that you have gone above and beyond what was normal or what was the standard. So we're saying that swifts have taken flying to something that is beyond what you might expect.
That's right. And they don't just stand on branches and rest most of the time. So they have taken flight to a completely new level. That means they're probably flying all the time. They're one of the best flyers, right? Okay, let's continue. Their long, narrow wings and streamlined bodies are perfectly shaped for a life in the air. In fact, these remarkable creatures have adapted almost every aspect of their lives to flight. So right here, we're talking about how their bodies are made. You know, it's not just, they don't just look like they're all their wings and their body. Actually, their structure, the way their bodies look like, they actually help them fly really, really well, right?
Okay, so the word there we have is that adapt. Adapt is a verb, and adapt means to become better suited for a situation or an environment. And when we talk about an animal like the swift adapting, we're talking about changes that happen over a very long time. From generation to generation, the animal can change to become more suited for their environment or the way they live, like flying all the time. So we have an example sentence. The lesson was adapted to meet students' needs.
It was kind of altered and changed, right? To meet the students' needs. Okay, how about let's go over to Hanny first and we will be right back.
大多数鸟类一天中有很长的时间会站在树枝上或者是在地面行走，但是雨燕把飞行提升到全新的境界。它们细长的翅膀还有流线型的身体可以完美适应空中生活，而且呢，它们把生活上的几乎每一个层面都适应成飞行模式了。我们先看单字 adapt 这个动词，它表示改变点点点以适合或是使适应新的用途啊或是情况。Adapt something to 加上名词就是调整点点点以适应什么。那文中用到 streamlined， 它是形容流线型的，还有 take 点点点 to a new level， 这是表达把什么提升到全新境界，使什么更上层楼。那我们接着回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. And now we are back. Okay, so far from our article, we learned quite a few interesting facts about swifts, right? We know that they are some of the best flyers in the animal world. And they kind of look like swallows, but they're not. They're more closely related to hummingbirds.
That's right. So very interesting things, but we have more interesting facts about swifts when we come back for the second part.
There are around 100 swift species worldwide, but the common swift is one of the most studied. Scientists estimate that common swifts can stay airborne for up to 10 months continuously. They catch insects while flying, drink water by skimming over lakes and rivers, and even mate on the wing. Because they have tiny feet and short legs, swifts cannot walk or perch like most birds. When they do land, they usually hold on to vertical surfaces such as cliffs or walls.
Welcome back. We are continuing to talk about these amazing birds, swifts, and what makes them so special.
Okay, well, let's continue with our article. There are around 100 swift species worldwide, but the common swift is one of the most studied. Scientists estimate that common swifts can stay airborne for up to 10 months continuously. Okay, now that is an amazing fact. I don't know any other birds that can actually do that. So they can stay airborne for up to 10 months continuously. That means they don't have to stop and rest, on the branches at all for 10 months. They just fly for 10 months straight. So that's crazy.
How do they sleep, I wonder? Do they ever sleep, or do they just sleep and keep flying?
I think they can sleep while they're flying.
Wow.
Okay, we're looking at this word here, species, and that is a noun. A species is a specific group of animals or plants that are very similar and can mate with each other to produce babies. An example sentence would be, a new species of frog was discovered in the jungle. So we were talking about there are over 100 swift species, right? That's quite a lot.
All right, and we said that scientists estimate that swifts can stay airborne for 10 months. Now, to estimate something means to roughly calculate a number or an amount of something, or in this case, they're roughly figuring out how long. They don't know exactly how long the swifts can stay in the air, but they think it's around 10 months. So when you make an estimate or you estimate something, you are sort of guessing, but using the information you have to make a good guess. An example sentence, Holly estimated how long it would take to bake the cake.
Okay. Well, it's usually around like an hour or 40 minutes to make a cake.
Well, you're estimating that, I guess.
That's right. Okay, let's go over to Hanny first and we will be right back.
全球大约有100种雨燕，但是普通雨燕是研究最深入的物种之一。科学家估计，普通雨燕可以连续在空中飞行长达10个月。好，我们看一下单字 species， 或是念作 species， 这个名词它表示动植物的物种，那注意它的单复数同形。再看到 estimate 这个动词表示估计、估算。那补充单字 airborne， 它是形容在空中的、飞行中的，也可以形容是空运的。那我们接着回到课文中。
Okay, thank you, Hanny. Now let's get back to the article. They catch insects while flying, drink water by skimming over lakes and rivers, and even mate on the wing.
Wow, these are some pretty amazing things, right?
Right, so they're not landing or setting down for anything. They're able to do everything that they need to do while still flying.
So when you say like even mate on the wing, so they can make babies while flying as well, right? They can do everything while they fly. That's pretty incredible. Let's continue. Because they have tiny feet and short legs, swifts cannot walk or perch like most birds. When they do land, they usually hold on to vertical surfaces such as cliffs or walls. That's another unique thing about the swifts because a lot of birds, they can just kind of grab onto the branch or rest on the ground. But for them, because their feet are so small, so tiny, and their legs are so short, they have to cling on or hold on to the vertical surfaces.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible too that they are able to do that. They don't need somewhere flat to land. They can land anywhere that's just straight up and down, but they don't even do that even though they can land anywhere. They just choose not to.
That's true. They are really, really good at flying. Okay, let's go over to Hanny first and we will be right back.
刚刚说普通雨燕可以连续在空中飞行长达10个月，它们会在飞行过程中捕捉昆虫，在掠过湖泊和河流时饮水，甚至在飞行中交配。那因为它们脚短又细小，没办法像大多数鸟类一样行走或是栖息。当它们需要着陆时，通常是攀附在悬崖或者是墙壁等等那种垂直的表面上。文中用到 hold on to something 是指说紧抓住什么，紧握住什么。这时候 Karen 老师用到 cling 这个动词，它是表达抓紧的意思，也可以表达粘着或是依附。那这边有一个重点，我们来看一下 wing 它可以指翅膀、翼或者是机翼。那以下要介绍3个相关的片语，一个是 on the wing， 它表示正在飞行，在飞行中，就跟 in flight 意思相同。举例来说 ，The seagulls are on the wing， 那些海鸥正在飞行。第二个介绍 spread one's wings， 字面意思是展开翅膀。那是用来比喻展翅高飞，尝试新的事物。举例来说 ，Don't be afraid to spread your wings and shine。别害怕展翅高飞，绽放光芒。第3个介绍 take somebody under one's wing， 这是表达照顾、指导或提携某人，比喻说像是把对方护在自己的翅膀下来加以保护跟指导。举例来说 ，He took the young man under his wing and showed him the ropes。他照顾提携那一位年轻人，并教他做事的诀窍。补充一下例句里面的 show somebody the ropes， 这是指说向某人说明事情的诀窍要领，来传授某人工作的秘诀。那我们接回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. And now we are back. Okay, so from our article today, I learned so many amazing facts about the swifts. They are so different from any birds that I have ever learned about, you know? They can do so many things while flying. They stay in the air for up to 10 months without resting. They catch insects, and then they can also drink water, and they can even mate while flying, right?
Yeah, pretty incredible that they can do all these things, and they can even land on vertical surfaces like walls or cliffs. But yeah, they don't do that very often, obviously, because they stay in the air for up to 10 months.
That's really, really interesting. But we still have more in part 2. So let's review the article again, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Nature is full of incredible creatures, and the small dark birds known as swifts are certainly no exception. As a matter of fact, swifts are some of the best flyers in the animal world. Although they look similar to swallows, swifts actually belong to a different bird family and are more closely related to hummingbirds. While most birds spend a good part of their day standing on branches or walking on the ground, swifts have taken flight to a completely new level. Their long, narrow wings and streamlined bodies are perfectly shaped for a life in the air. In fact, these remarkable creatures have adapted almost every aspect of their lives to flight. There are around 100 swift species worldwide, but the common swift is one of the most studied. Scientists estimate that common swifts can stay airborne for up to 10 months continuously. They catch insects while flying, drink water by skimming over lakes and rivers, and even mate on the wing. Because they have tiny feet and short legs, swifts cannot walk or perch like most birds. When they do land, they usually hold on to vertical surfaces such as cliffs or walls.
最后我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。 单字的部分有 incredible 是形容令人难以置信的极好的 exception 名词表示例外除外 adapt 动词表示改变以适合或是使适应新的用途或情况 species 或是念作 species 这个名词表示动植物的物种 estimate 动词表示估计估算文法的部分，我们第一个学到 as a matter of fact 是表达事实上、实际上或是其实。第二个学到 wing 的相关片语 on the wing 指的是正在飞行或在飞行中。Spread one's wings 表示展翅高飞、尝试新事物。Take somebody under one's wing 是表达照顾、指导或者是提携某人。好，那以上是这些讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Welcome to Which One Fits, the game where we tackle confusing English words.
I'm ready to smash this round.
Today we're going to sort out the difference between capability and capacity.
But before we dive in, let's go over how the game works.
In Which One Fits, we'll read a sentence with a blank, and you have to choose between capability and capacity.
So, join us and challenge your English intuition.
All right, first up, this advanced machine has the blank to perform highly complex tasks. Which one fits?
That should be capability.
Correct. Capability means the ability to do something. Next one. The factory is currently operating at full blank and can't take any more orders. Which one fits?
Is it capacity?
Exactly. Capacity refers to the maximum amount something can handle or produce.
Whew, that was tough, but I'm glad I made it through.
All right, time for a breakdown.
First, capability is a noun that refers to the ability or skill to do something. For example, she has the capability to lead the team through difficult challenges.
It's often used when describing expertise, features, or potential. It focuses on what can be done.
Now, capacity is also a noun, but it refers to the total amount that something can handle or contain. For example, the stadium has a seating capacity of 50,000 people.
You'll often see it used with numbers, output, or workload. It focuses on how much can be done. A simple way to remember capability is about competence, while capacity is about limits.
Exactly. It's pretty straightforward once you see the difference.
And yes, you can use both in the same sentence. The software has the capability to analyze large amounts of data, but it's currently running at full capacity.
So, understanding capacity helps you make the most of your capability.
Right. Now you'll never mix them up again.
Until next time, keep exploring. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.